Hey, how you doing? All right, this is my second clip on YouTube. I'm going to be doing 2 to 3 minute instructional videos on a weekly basis, and last week I talked about traditional grip and arm position, and of course I watched it 100 times to try to figure out what I can do to improve upon it and where I might go from there. And I think I'm going to stay on the idea of talking about traditional grip and how we can further move it along. Last week we talked about arm position and creating this nice relaxed tap from a better position rather than here. Try to keep it up and try to find this nice rebound. And in doing so, I mentioned how in this position the arm is in a much freer place to move rather than here, which brings me, I guess, to the next step, which would be to play accents. Accents are going to come from the arm. The accents aren't going to come from more force, it's going to come from a different place in your technique. So, in a quick video, what I recommend you do would be to try to figure out how to incorporate this tap, which is all about rebound and relaxation in a good form, and the arm, and try to figure out how to use them both together. And of course, in the lesson, there's so many details we can go into, and exercises and exaggerations, and to try to find these motions. But in this short clip, what I recommend you do is try to find this, and you can just watch it and see if you can understand it. And it's exactly like throwing a ball. You're throwing a ball using your whole body. You're not doing this, you're using your arm. It's kind of like a whip. It starts in the shoulder and ends at your fingertips. And it's the same thing with your stick in your hand. So what I'd recommend you do would be to try to, at this point at least, isolate or identify the two separate motions, these two motions, which is this and this, and try to figure out for you in your own way how to combine them. And one suggestion I have is to try to, let's say, taking fours, 1, 2, 3, 4, and on 4, come up with your elbow, come out and in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one thing to think about is when you find it, a good place to keep your mind is that you don't want to interrupt this. This should be here and consistent and not changing at all. And you're just adding momentum and weight with your arm. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm making sure that that twist, that rebound, that tap is uninterrupted. It feels the same with whatever it is that I'm doing with my arm. However high or low it is, that tap is still the same. It still feels like this all the time. I think that's a good place to keep your mind. And even if you're doing, let's say, fives, doubles, for that accent, your arm is coming out, but this is uninterrupted. This is the same. Alright, so in a nutshell, that's where I think your mind should go. Finding the two motions, this, and combining them, I think is a good place to start in this this short clip. So anyway, that's the thought. My website is mattmillerdrum.com. Please feel free to reach out to me. I love to talk about this stuff and work with you. It's something that I love to do. Alright, so that's it. Keep that arm straight and strong and relaxed, and try to incorporate that. Find this with that. Alright, that's the thought. Thanks a lot. See you later.